Hi, welcome to this third video on Google Apps for Education. So in the first couple of episodes, we looked at what is Google Apps, then how do we get Google Apps, and now we're actually going to have a bit of a sample session on, the first initial sort of steps you might take with Google Apps. In this particular example, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new Google Classroom, and then we're going to create a Google Doc, just a very simple document. And finally, we're going to share that document with the class. So let's get started. As you can see here, I'm logged into my portal and I go to Google Apps. As discussed earlier, I've created another icon in my Insights, but you could go to My Learning Tools and go through that way. All right, from here, we're going to go down to Classroom. My Classroom, when it comes up, it's a little bit slow. You'll see I've got lots and lots of classrooms already created. Obviously, the first time through, you won't have a classroom, but I would advise actually just following along under your user ID and doing the same sort of things I do during this lesson. It's just coming up now. So you can see I've got a lot of classes. I'm going to make another class. What I do is I go plus, create class. Class name we're going to have is GAFE Training and create, and that's it. Just by doing that, we've created a classroom and should come up here in a moment. Sometimes it's a little delayed in coming up. So there it is. And this is what you'll see. You'll see your classroom. There's sort of things you can fill out if you want. You can put titles in and all this sort of thing, room numbers and all of that sort of stuff you can fill out, but this is usable just like this. So we've created a class. Now, what this means is that if the students were to go into their portal and log into Google Apps and choose Classrooms, and then what they could do is they say join a class. They don't have an option to create a class, so they could join a class and then type in this class code. So they need to know this class code. And basically they type in that class code and they'll be automatically joined to this class. And as they join, you'll actually see them come up on this list here. So generally you can send invites out and stuff and things like that for getting students into classes. But generally the way to go is simply give them this class code, they type it in, and before you know it, you'll have a list of students coming up here. And so once we've got that, you can actually start posting to your class. So we can go plus, I can post a comment and I can say, welcome class to GAFE. And when you post, it will come up on their screens and things like that. So what we want to do for this lesson, what we're trying to do, is we want to create a quick document and we want to share it with the students so that the students can all read this document. And we'll do this very quickly. So we go back up into Google Docs. We go to Drive because, as I mentioned in earlier documents, even though I want to create a doc, I found it better to go to Drive first so that you can create a folder structure. Now, once again, I've got a fairly sophisticated folder structure set up because I've been using docs for a long time. Your folder system will be pretty much empty. That's fine. It's just coming up. My internet's a little slow, I apologize. Okay, so these are all the sort of things that I've got on my Google Drive. So if I go into HJHS, wow, it's really slow. I go to, what do I want? GAFE Education. And I might just create it here, that will do. So I go new, doc, and it's just created a document. This should work a lot faster for you if you have decent internet. And so here we are, I'm creating a document. We'll just very quickly create one. So it's just still coming up. Okay, so I might title it for a start, and I'll call it Cat Research. Oops, real hiccups with my internet. Cat. Oops. Yep. So that's the title of my document, and I'm going to call it cats, and I'm going to, I don't know, maybe make that as a title, and I'm going to do some research on cats here. So if I type in cats, and I don't know, these tools here are very useful. So when you're creating documents, you can actually do research sort of on the fly. You can, copy and paste stuff. I'll just drag that over there. It doesn't really matter when I'm not really trying to create anything particular. I might just get some images. Those look good. Yep, that looks very cool. That goes on there. Oops. I'm going to put down the bottom. Yep. So move it across. All right, and maybe just one more picture. Okay, so I've got this document on cats now, and I want to share it with all the students. Now, sharing documents within Google Docs, there are several or many different ways to do this actually. We're going to use Classrooms. We could use this thing up here and share it, and in fact we'd take that option up if we were trying to share it with colleagues. But in terms of students and classes, generally the best way to share documents for reading and for read-write is through the classroom. In this particular instance, we don't want the students to be able to update the document, and so we're just going to share it. Now you'll notice I haven't clicked save or anything like that. There's no real file save. Things are automatically file saved all the time, so you don't need to save anything. So we now have this document called Cats, and this is under GAFE Education Cat Research. That's the new document we just created. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here. We're going to create an announcement. Check out this new, and we're going to attach, we're going to add something from Google Drive. So it was under HGHS, it was under GAFE Education, and it was Cat Research. So I add that, I post it, and you can see it's come up here. Now what the students will see is they'll actually see a little box here saying a new post has been sent to you, please update your screen. They click that, and as soon as they click that, this post will come up. When this post comes up, they click on this and they will see, once again, I apologize for my slow internet, they will see Cat Research. What they will see is read-only mode there, because I'm already logged on, it knows that I'm allowed to edit it, but the students will only have read or view access only to the document. And so that really concludes this lesson. Basically what we've done in this lesson is we've created a classroom called GAFE Training. I've let you know how to get students on there by giving them the class code. Then we went in, created a doc. We went to the file manager, Google Drive. We went to the correct folder. In your case, you may have to create a folder for it to exist. I went new, doc, Google Doc, and that gave me a blank document. And from there, I created a document. I didn't press save, didn't really do anything. I just went into classes, plus, create announcement, and then attach, and then chase down that file to attach it. And that's it. That's what we've done. Hopefully this video was helpful and you've learned something from it. Thank you.